You know the feeling. You sit down to start something important, and suddenly, your mind invents 1,000 reasons not to begin. You stare at your to-do list. You open your laptop, and yet, nothing.
I am not lazy. I do not lack discipline.
Yes, it's not laziness. It's not the lack of discipline. It's a tiny chemical in your brain asking one simple question. Is this worth the effort? Right now? That chemical is dopamine.
Dopamine?
Yes, dopamine. And today, we're going to see exactly how it drives your motivation, why it sometimes betrays you, and what you can do to take back control. Meet Lisa.
Hi.
She wants to write her first chapter. But every time she sits to work, she ends up scrolling her phone for 30 minutes without even noticing. Then there's Prince. He can code for 4 hours straight, totally focused. But he keeps avoiding one simple task, calling his doctor about his health. Different people, different situations, but the same invisible force at work. Because dopamine doesn't care about importance. It cares about something else entirely. What your brain expects to reward you with right now. And that expectation decides whether you take action or fall into procrastination. Let's simplify the brain. Dopamine is a neurotransmitter, a tiny messenger that tells your brain, this action could lead to something good.
But here's the part most people misunderstand. Dopamine isn't the pleasure itself. It's the anticipation of pleasure, the craving, the pull towards something.
When you anticipate a reward, your dopamine rises in a system called the mesolimbic pathway, your brain's built-in reward circuit. Think of it as a tiny internal scorekeeper, constantly estimating, is the expected payoff worth the effort? High expected payoff? Dopamine goes up and you feel motivated. Low expected payoff? Dopamine stays low and the task feels heavier than it actually is. And here's the twist. Dopamine spikes not just when you get a reward, but when you predict one or when you get closer to one. That's why small wins, checking off a task, a notification, a like, all trigger dopamine. Often, the expectation matters more than the reward's actual size. Back to Lisa. She looks at a blank document. It feels big, vague, overwhelming. The payoff seems far away, so her brain estimates a low reward. And dopamine stays low too. But then she changes one thing. She sets a tiny goal. Write just one paragraph. Now the expected payoff becomes immediate and achievable. She writes the paragraph. She gets a micro reward of progress. Her dopamine rises and suddenly she feels like writing another one. This sequence, plan, act, small reward, is the dopamine loop. It's why momentum works. The brain loves predictable, repeatable, small wins. Now look at Prince. Calling the clinic requires effort. The reward is abstract and far in the future. So dopamine stays low and avoidance feels natural. This isn't a moral failing. It's just a mismatch between when the reward arrives and when the brain expects it. Let's see how this shows up in everyday life. Example 1. Work. You need to write a report due in 2 weeks. A blank document gives your brain no immediate reward. So, motivation drops. But set a 25-minute sprint and promise yourself a small reward after. Now the payoff becomes immediate. Example 2. Studying. The real reward, grades, is far away. To raise dopamine now, use quick quizzes, instant feedback, or progress bars that fill up as you learn. Example 3. Exercise. A 45-minute run sounds painful, but a 5-minute walk or run. Your brain sees that as a quick win. The moment you complete it, dopamine rises. and the next step becomes easier. Across all situations, the pattern is identical. Reduce friction, create small, predictable wins, and dopamine will help you continue. But there's a darker side to dopamine. Social media, notifications, never-ending videos. These deliver tiny dopamine hits for almost zero effort. Your brain gets trained to chase quick rewards instead of meaningful progress. That's why Lisa can scroll for 30 minutes, but finds it hard to write for 10. Instant dopamine wins, important work loses. And novelty makes it even worse. Your brain loves anything new. Infinite Scroll is designed to feed you novelty over and over again. The more tiny dopamine spikes you get, the harder it becomes to stay motivated by slower, deeper work.
So what can I do to regain my motivation?
Here are 7 science-backed strategies to rewire your motivation. 1. Microtasks. Break big projects into 5 to 15-minute chunks. Finish one. Get dopamine. 2. Immediate feedback. Use timers, checklists, and progress bars. Your brain loves visible progress. 3. Timed rewards. After each task, give yourself a small, immediate reward. A tea break, a stretch, a short walk. 4. Reduce instant dopamine traps. Use Do Not Disturb, remove novelty, and make distractions harder to reach. 5. Make effort meaningful. Connect the task to your identity or purpose, meaning increases expected reward. 6. Rituals. Use the same cue before work, a playlist, a specific setup, a short routine. Your brain links the cue to anticipated reward. 7. Scale gradually. Start tiny and let momentum build the chemistry.
Your brain isn't lazy. It's a prediction machine trying to maximize reward right now. By shaping small wins and removing tiny distractions, you can teach your dopamine system to work for you, not against you. Your brain learns from every choice. Teach it the path you want to walk. If this helped you, hit like and subscribe, and join us again for more.